one is a pre-event survey or questionnaire. A pre-event survey or questionnaire. Short and sweet, but a pre-event survey or questionnaire. Why? Because if someone takes the time to fill out a questionnaire or survey, that's a pretty clear sign that they're going to show up, right? So it also shows that you actually care about what they think, and you want to know what they want to learn from you. People love to give their opinions, right? People love to give their opinions. So you're giving them an opportunity for that. And it also is a great prediction of how many people will show up. Yeah, well, that's so true too. It also gives you a great idea for content, right? So it helps you mold your event more specifically to what people need so that you therefore get higher sales. Number two, we already talked about, but it bears repeating because it's one of the best ways. If I had to pick one, if I scrapped everything and I didn't do any of these other 10, I just did this one, this would be the one I would pick. Because I know someone will ask me that. What's your top one? This is it. This is it. Personalized reach outs. Personalized reach outs. So that means if I'm hosting a masterclass and Allison Dale and Al and Justin Nelson and Varsha and Arlene Coates and Kelly and Agnes and Kim all register, they're going to get a personal call or a personal text from me saying, hey, Agnes, I'm so excited that you registered for the masterclass. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Right? They're going to get a personalized text. What does that do? Type in the chat. What do you think that does? What do you think that does to people? If they get a personalized text from you saying, I can't wait to see you at the masterclass tomorrow. Exactly. Builds relationships. They feel seen. You guys got it. These shows that you care. They feel important. They feel connection, right? They're going to show up more because they feel special, right? It has a higher level of accountability versus when most people do a masterclass, they don't get anything other than mass emails. And we can always tell. We can always tell, right? When it's a mass email reminding us about the event versus when you get acknowledged for registering and saying, I can't wait to see you. Now there's also this a little bit of accountability of like, oh shoot, if I don't show up, she's going to know. There's also a little bit of a positive guilt there too, right? So personalized reach outs are one of the most, yes, manually, are one of the most impactful ways to do this. Now, as your events grow and you get more people to register for your masterclass, it's going to be hard to do that on your own, right? Because it's a lot of people. The day before and or the day of, you should be reaching out to every single person that registers. Just a quick thing, you can copy and paste, right, on your phone or wherever you're doing it in a direct message, wherever you're going to do your reach outs, but copy and paste and sending it to people. It is worth you paying someone to help you do this. It's worth it. It's worth it because it's significant. This one thing alone, I've seen boost people's show up rate to 70 to 80% on a free event. And you guys, we did the math earlier. If you had 100 people register and 80% showed up, that's 80 people. 80 people versus 40 people, there's a big difference in your sales. 80 people show up, you get 40% to book a call with you. That's 30 calls. You convert 35% of them. That's 11 new clients times $5,000. That's $56,000 versus $28,000. Is it worth the time to do the reach outs to have $56,000 instead of $28,000? You tell me in the chat, is it worth it for the time or paying someone to help you do reach outs if you make $56,000 versus $28,000? Is it worth it? Totally worth it. Absolutely, for sure. So I'm telling you, you could skip all these other things, and I don't think you should, but you could skip all these other things and just do this one, and it would significantly increase your conversion, right? Yes, cell number. So a little side teaching within the teaching, is that okay? Can we handle that? Can our brains handle that? I know it's getting towards the end of Friday. And you see mine is starting to go. Side teaching within the teaching. When people register for your masterclass, I ask for name, full name, first name, last name, email, and phone. You can make the phone optional if you want to, but I always put the phone number. Listen, if someone really wants to register for your masterclass, but they don't want you to have their number, they will fake number you. They'll fake number you. We get it all the time. I see it. I know when someone's fake numbered me. I'm not stupid. Neither are you. But listen, most of the time, just because it's there, even if it's optional, people will give it. And now, whether they show up or not, what do you have? Numbers that you can call people to follow up with all the interest, right? So you should be doing personalized reach outs and getting it. I know, right, Leanne? Ooh, real unique, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's number 2 is personalized reach outs. Personalized reach outs. Number three is an add to calendar button. An add to calendar button on the confirmation page and in the emails, if possible. An add to calendar button. So you know how someone goes to the registration page and they sign up, they put in their name, phone number, email. Usually it goes to what? A thank you page saying, congratulations, you're registered for the blah, 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 blah. That's the thank you page. On the thank you page, you put an add to calendar button. That alone can increase show up rates because why? It's on their calendar now, and it's gonna have something that's going to remind them. Here's how you do that. I'm so glad you asked, Nikki. And Nikki, don't worry, we're going to talk about this in the Masterclass to Millions thing. So I will show you exactly how to do this. There is an app that you can get, or I don't even think it's an app. It's just a website you go to and you can buy a subscription to it. It's called addtocalendar.com. It's very simple to find, right? And I am not super tech savvy, but I could figure out how to do it right away. And they give you, it says copy and paste this code and put it on your page. And it's amazing. I was like, this is not going to work. This is too easy. So I copied the code. I just hit copy and then I put it on the landing page and lo and behold, boop, the button popped up on the landing page. I was like, this is amazing. I can't believe it's so simple. And it's like $10. Guys, if you're doing a masterclass every month, is it worth it to put the $10 button on your list of expenses? Hell yeah, it is. So add the calendar button. Add the calendar button. Number 4, text reminders. Text reminders. Did some of you guys get a text message from me today? Type yes in the chat. Who got a text from me today? Who got several text messages from me today? Yeah, text reminders work. Text reminders work, which is also why you need to get their phone numbers, because I can't tell you how many times I want to go to something. I want to go to a training, but then I get in the zone. I'm working on something. I'm answering emails. I get distracted and I lose track of time. And then all of a sudden I get a text message going, hey, your masterclasses. I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot. And then you go back and you get on. That's why text reminders work really, 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 really well. So you want to use text reminders. That's part of it, Carol. When they register for it and they give the they give the phone number, they're opting into text marketing. And if someone doesn't want to, trust me, they'll make it clear. They don't want to get text messages from you. They can just write stop and it will stop the campaign. Some people are not quite as polite when they say to stop, which I don't care for, right? We can always be kind. But anyway, text reminders is really important. Most people are very kind though. That's like 1 out of like, a million that is not. Number 5 is you do want to send those basic reminders emails with the date and the time and the Zoom link. You should still send those. Just don't only send that. You need to do more than that. I just want to make sure that that's clear. You should send email reminders that, hey, your masterclass is tomorrow at this date and time. Here's the Zoom link. Hey, your masterclass is today. Hey, your masterclass is in an hour. You do want to do those emails. Just, I want to make it clear. Don't only do those. Clear? So that is number 5. Do those reminders. You guys are all taking notes. I just want to make sure you're with me. I'm going to scroll. For those of you that are on camera. Hi, Hillary. Hey, Nikki. I see you. Hey, Clarence is still in the house. Hey, Clarence. What's up, brother? Heidi. special teams, special players. Number 6, if you know, you know. Number 6, teaser emails and text messages with a short video on what they'll learn. I am curious, how did you guys like the video? And tell me the truth. If you didn't like it, you can send me a private message so you don't scold me in public. But like, how did you guys like those little videos that I did for you that had some little bonus tips and here's what we're going to learn and here's what you're going to see, right? That they went out to you guys. Okay, cool. See, so these are little things. Here's why you need to do this, because most people, and this is why they're getting a 20 to 30% show up rate, is because they're just doing those email reminders with a date and time and here's your Zoom link and that's it. You got to remind them why they registered in the first place. They forget. You know, because it's all your eat, sleep, dreaming about every day, right? You know it. You know why it's so important, but they're off living their lives. There's a million other things going on in their life right now. So unless you remind them and keep them excited and in the energy of why they registered in the first place, it fizzles so quick. So sending them some little quick emails with a short video on what they're going to learn is a great way to keep them in the energy of why they registered and keeping them excited to come. Yeah. So that's number 6. Number 7, and that's a good point of what someone just said in the chat. That's why you do both text message and email, because some of our emails are in your spam box or in your promotions folder. Some of it's in your primary, but for some weird algorithm reasons that we can try to figure out, but we can't always nail it all. Some stuff just goes where it's not supposed to. So you got to have both. The text and the email makes a significant difference in your show up rate. Number 7, bring a friend. Bring a friend reminders. Raquel, if you reach out to Chatelle and say, hey, you need to come with me to this masterclass, and she says, all right, cool, I'm in, let's go. Are you going to feel like a horrible friend if she shows up and you don't? Yeah, exactly. So just because the buddy is coming with them, they're more likely to come. So, and they don't also, guys, it's another way to raise your registrations. Obviously, there's a pro to that too. You get more people to register, but because a buddy of theirs is coming, they're more likely to come. So don't forget to tell them that they can bring a friend with them. Even though it's free, you might think, well, duh, they could. Until you tell people stuff, they often are not going to think of it on their own. They're too busy in their life, right? So tell them, hey, who else do you know that's struggling with the XYZ? You could, if you want to, Latar, but with a masterclass, there's not a whole lot of incentives you can do for bring a friend other than stuff that I wouldn't recommend. Stuff that I wouldn't recommend. So just the bring a friend. And, there's a stat that I share with people in my bring a friend reminders of that their probability for success significantly skyrockets just by having an accountability buddy and having someone that comes to an event. So that's always my justification of why they should do it without an incentive. You want to be successful at this? You should bring somebody. That to me is incentive enough. So number 7, bring a friend. Number 8, give them a juicy, enticing gift just for showing up. A lot of people forget and don't use this one, and it's huge. Sometimes people will show up just because of the gift. And sometimes people will endure to the end because you give them a gift for staying to the end, right? They will endure even if they don't want to buy your program. They'll sit there and they'll listen because they want the gift, right? But then because they sat there and listened, maybe they changed their mind. They're like, you know what? He or she's right. I do need this. I'm gonna join the thing, right? So you want to give them gifts to entice them to show up and entice them to stay to the end, of the masterclass. I like to do 2 myself. I like to do a gift for them showing up, and I like to do another gift for them staying to the end. In the Masterclass to Millions program, we're going to talk all about different creative ways. You don't have to create anything brand new. You can pull something that you've already got and give them a really good juicy gift for staying to the end. Here's another powerful way to get people to show up. 2 words. No replay. I know some people don't like that. I'm telling you what works. No replay. If they know that you will always give a replay, they will never show up live. Or maybe I won't use a definite word. They will be less likely, far less likely to show up. Exactly, and there's no replays in life. Life is happening now. And if you want to train and have this experience with me and learn from me, you got to be there live. So I don't do replays. I don't do replays. And here's why I don't do replays or recordings. If people know that you're going to do a replay or recording, they're not going to, most likely the show up rate is going to be significantly lower. And number two, people don't buy off of replays. Even if they do watch the replay, the conversion is awful. Most people will not buy or book a call with you off of a replay because it's not the same energy. If I sent this entire replay out to my list and said, hey, here you go, Christmas in June, right? Here you go, here's my gift to you, right? And some people might watch it. People wouldn't buy from it. People would not buy from it. People would not take me up on it because it's a totally different energy when you're here experiencing it, right? So no replays. I don't do replays on it. Yeah, like Raquel said, they're not likely to watch it. There are some people that do. There's always that, unicorn that will. But for the vast majority, even if they say pretty, please, I promise I'll watch it. Most of the time they don't. Because they get busy, it goes in a folder, the magical time where they're going to have the spare time to watch it and remember to watch it. And that time never comes, right? So I always say no replays. No replays. Now, there are ways that you can give a replay as a gift, right? Like Kirk said, if they stay to the end, they can get it as a gift. I'm giving the replay to this training for the people that step into the Masterclass to Millions program. You're going to get the recording from today as a gift, right? So there's ways to do the replay, but for the most part, you never want to advertise a replay. Even if you are going to do a live replay, I would never tell people that when I'm in promotion mode for the Masterclass. I would tell the people that email me saying, I can't make it. I tried to figure everything out. I just can't do it. I can't move things around. I can't be there. Then I will personally tell that one person, I'm going to do a live replay on Saturday at 10 if you want to join me. Then that's who I'll tell. But I will not market to the masses when I'm in the middle promoting my masterclass. Oh yeah, there'll be a live replay because people won't come. They won't register. Live replay we talked about earlier today is where you literally play the recording of you speaking like a movie and you watch it with everyone. So it's a live replay. So there's still urgency in that, right? I'm not just giving it to them carte blanche and they can do whatever they want and watch it whatever they want. It's another showing of the masterclass, right? No, I let the whole thing play. I let the whole thing play, Gloria. And number 10, the 10th way to get people to show up is personalized reach outs. I'm telling you twice for emphasis because it's the most effective way. Call, text, direct message, right? Personally reach out to each person. It is one of the highest ways to increase your show up rate. It's one of the most underutilized though. It's what most people won't do, but it is the most effective. It's the most effective way to get people to show up.